Every year, the motorcycling community of the world takes aim at the place that started it all, Daytona Beach. This year is no different, as the gladiators of America's original extreme sport have flocked to the World Center of Racing for their shot to wrestle away a title from two-time singles champion Cody Kopp, or to take down the reigning and 9-time Super Twins champion Jared Mead. The 70th season of the Progressive American Flat Track Series starts right now on Fox. Let's go! Welcome to the Progressive American Flat Track Championship. It's the Royal Enfield Short Track at Daytona. Hey everybody, welcome to Bike Week 2024. I'm Ralph Shaheen. Did you know this is the 83rd anniversary of this legendary event? It's also the 70th season for flat track racing here in the U.S., America's original extreme sport. Motorcycle racing, just like stock car racing, began right here on the beach in Daytona. The racers came thundering up the sand back in 1937 and hung a hard left right here in front of a massive grandstand where racing's North Turn restaurant now stands. At the end of a very long day that afternoon was Ed Kretz on an Indian that was the first two-wheel winner here on the sand at Daytona. Tonight we're going racing once again here in Daytona, but it's going to be about 10 miles from here over at the Daytona International Speedway. And with more on the stories from inside the paddock and the pit area, here are my colleagues on our Fox broadcast, Kristen Beat and Scotty Dubler.
Evan Renshaw will be making his AFT singles debut this weekend for the American Honda team. He won the Nikki Hayden Horizon Award. He was AMA Athlete of the Year, and he was the top prospect this offseason. I spoke with team manager Mike Turner regarding the impressive add to his roster. He said they wanted someone younger. Evan Renshaw is 16 years old. They wanted someone who they could develop and grow with this team. Evan Renshaw is a rookie to watch in the AFT singles class.
Another rider we should keep our eyes on in the AFT singles class is the 59. That is the young Tom Drain. It'll be his second full season with Progressive American Flat Track. He's got these tracks figured out. He finished second in the points last year with 4 wins. He will be a force to be reckoned with this year.
The two-time singles champion and defending titleist Cody Kopp endured a turbulent offseason after KTM's abrupt departure. When the factory team withdrew their support, Cody Kopp rallied to assemble a privateer effort. Now the question is, can they go for a record third consecutive championship in the AFT singles class?
Out of the blue, a random Friday the 13th in October, I get a call that I don't have a team anymore with Red Bull KTM and they've shut the doors. So to be honest, probably the hardest phone call I've ever received after 2 years of consecutive titles and a lot of wins each season. It was a heartbreaker. I cried. It was the hardest call I've ever got. So makes you a better person. We've had to go through a lot this offseason to build this team, but we are ready to come out swinging.
One of the biggest moves in the offseason is Trevor Bruner moving from singles up to the Super Twins class, and he is riding for a proven team owner, Dave Zanotti, with help from Michelle DeSavo, and now he'll be on a KTM that has been developed from the ground up. Keep your eyes on number 21, Blackjack. He'll be making his way to the front.
The Essenson Racing Monster Energy Yamaha team has downsized significantly this year from 4 bikes to 2, with Dallas Daniels leading their Super Twins effort. He's looking to improve on what was a monumental 2023 season. In only his sophomore year, Dallas Daniels earned 15 podiums and 5 wins in the Super Twins class.
Well, when you leave the last race and you get second, there's honestly, it's a terrible feeling. You get time to reflect and you realize what you accomplished and what you learned, and you're able to apply that to next year. And luckily the off season was a little bit longer this year, so I was able to really think about, where I might have lost that championship and what I need to fix so that doesn't happen again.
Another big move this offseason, Briar Bauman has left Dave Zanotti. He has brought in Ricky Howerton to build the chassis. He has also brought in Kenny Coolbeth, a 3-time champion, just to help out in the pits. They've got this really skinny KTM. Briar's feeling really good. He might be one to look out for this weekend at the Daytona Flat Track.
In 2023, Jared Mees achieved a lifetime goal of tying Scotty Parker with 9 Premier Class titles, but this season, his sights are set on an unprecedented 10 to break a foundational record once thought to be unbreakable. Jared Mees has said that this could be his last season of full-time racing, but his determination has brought him here to Daytona in the short track to pursue what could be a 10th Premier Class title in the American Flat Track Super Twins class.
At the end of last year, I was really like, I think this is going to be my last year. And I think, I haven't publicly put a post out or said anything. People who ask, I'm not really hiding it. But, I feel like if I can stand up there and hold number 10, it'll be hard for me to come back next year. For right now, I'm going to concentrate on this last year and kind of cater this last year as being my last year. And then just kind of see where the chips fall in the future.
Let's take a look at some stats for Jared Mees. Jared is the reigning and 9-time series champion for the Progressive American Flat Track Championship Series. 72 career victories, 37 of those coming on half miles, the most all time. But guess what? He's never won here at Daytona. Now let's also one more new look for you in the pits this season. Max Whale has jumped up a class from the singles to the Mission Super Twins, and he has switched over from a KTM to a Harley Davidson. Best of luck to Max in the 2024 campaign. All of those stories and more will unfold when we come back from the break. Next up, it's the wild and wonderful singles class that will line up when we return to Daytona. The Progressive American Flat Track Series is brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission Foods has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty. And by Yamaha Motor Corporation, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track. All right, Scotty, let's go back and take a look at some of the action we've seen here so far tonight. Kicking things off with our singles, the Parts Unlimited AFT singles. Pronto Parts Plus Pull Award of $500 to Chase Sadoff. He doesn't get a good start in the first heat race. Tom Drain on the 59 does. Nobody really can catch him. Drain would go on to take the win, but it's Dalton Gauthier chasing him to the line.
I'm just really confident here. I've had a lot of years here, and it suits my style a lot. And you could see that there at the end. I started finding my groove and getting going, and I feel really good right now. And they're gonna feel me in the main.
On to heat number 2. In this one, it's Cody Kopp on the 1, but there's a crash behind him in a big one.
And just a chain reaction that one rider goes down, 2 riders have absolutely nowhere to go.
Restart. Kopp again gets the lead on that Rick Ware Racing KTM. Coming around the outside is Lowe trying to make up some ground on the 48. When it was all said and done, it's Cody Kopp taking the win.
I felt like today has not started out in my favor, so when we was sitting on the back row, I was like, I'm gonna make something happen here, and I just decided to take the outside and commit to it, and it worked out in my favor, so hopefully that brings some better luck for tonight, and I guess we got a good front row start in the main event.
And Evan Renshaw in his debut here in Daytona wins the last chance qualifier.
The LCQ win is sick, picking it back up. I had a hectic semi, so I'm just going to take this momentum and see what I can do from the back start.
On to the LM's Dallas Honda Challenge, $2,500 up for grabs. Cody Kopp on that Rick Ware Racing KTM, right to the front, the checkers, and $2,500 richer here on night 1. Well, as we get ready to go racing with our main event, let's get a pre-race report from Kristen.
Thanks, Ralph. In 2023, Chase Sadoff finished 2nd overall 6 times. And after a disappointing season like that, He and crew chief Brian Bigelow are now debuting with a new team and a new outlook. I asked Chase Sadoff what he's looking to prove this year. He said, I want to prove that I can win in this class. And so far tonight, guys, he has been racing with authority, qualifying first overall. I'm looking forward to seeing how Chase Sadoff can rebound here in 2024.
How about a starting lineup, Scotty?
On the pole from Forbes, Australia, it's the Estenson Racing Yamaha Racing entry, the 59 of Tom Drain. Starting second from Micah Washington, Rick Ware Racing Parts Plus KTM, it's the 1 of Cody Kopp. Starting third from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, D&D certified KTM, Dalton Gauthier on the 79, and last bike on the front row, the 48 of Trent Lowe, Guilford, Indiana, the American Honda Mission Foods entry.
We are ready to go racing, Daytona. Here we go. The Parts Unlimited AFT Singles, presented by Kicker. 6 minutes and 2 laps. Getting set now. The lights are ready to tick down. Orange. Yellow. Green. We're racing. Who's going to get to the corner first? It's Cody Kopp on the Parts Plus Rick Ware Racing KTM. He's the leader, the 2-time champ out in front of the field as we head to 3. But coming on the high side, it's Dalton Gauthier.
Gauthier squares up the corner, comes up the inside. He's going to try to lead lap number 1. What
He's
a move.
going to get it done, and Drain's going to sit back there in third, and the battle is on.
Whoa,
oh
Sadoff went in way
wide,
too
all
deep.
the way up to the air fence goes Sadoff. He's going to lose a whole bunch of spots, Scotty, maybe right out of the top 10.
The one that lost all the spots was his former teammate, the 48. Sadoff used him as a cushion, and he's moved up to the 4th spot now, the 88 on the move to the front.
Caught with a huge bobble down in turn 1, and Drain's going to get by on the inside to take over second on the Estenson Yamaha.
Kopp hasn't been behind anybody all night. Now he's got to figure out how to pass somebody. He hasn't had to do that yet.
He's got to get going because Chase Sadoff is starting to line him up as well. The bid for third.
Dalton Gauthier looking strong on the 79.
Gauthier putting in some great laps here right now. Kopp trying to find his rhythm, trying to find a way around Tom Drain. We expect these two to battle all year long for the championship. Kopp looking on that high side. He's making it work. Here he comes. Second place is his.
They're letting the 79 break away, though. They're mixing it up back here for second, third, and now fourth is coming in there. So Dalton Gauthier slowly pulling away on that 79.
Kopp has got to put his head down and go after Gauthier now.
What could help them out, though, is if we go green for a long time, they may catch up to some lappers. That could help out the 79.
Chase Sadoff is reeled into the backside of the Yamaha on his Honda. And we have a battle for third. Here's a replay. Watch this. Kopp. And there goes Sadoff and Lowe way up to that air fence.
Yeah, I think Chase just got in there way too hot. And fortunately for him, the 48 was there to keep him from going up further.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the 48, he was there.
Yeah. And Trent now back up to 5th, gaining a lot of ground.
Dalton Gauthier showing you what he's got. He won Atlanta last year, and he is very good on the short tracks, but he's got company coming. The 1 closing the gap.
Gauthier has his hands full. The 2-time champ is right there on his exhaust pipe. Kopp's starting to size him up. I talked to him about it earlier today. He said he had one of the best off seasons, Scotty, he's had in a long time. He's done a lot of riding. Really feels good about the program. Thrilled to be partnered up with Rick Ware and Parts Plus. He's ready to go after title number 3, back to back to back.
I'm so impressed with the way Cody's riding. He's tracked down the 79. He was way out in front just a moment ago. Now Cody's right there on that back tire. He's putting something together.
Gauthier doing a nice job of holding his line. Kristen, what can you tell us about Dalton Gauthier?
You know, Dalton Gauthier was the 2019 AFT singles champion after riding a carousel of different teams. He is back in the singles class again this year, but only running a limited schedule. His merch this season, his t-shirts that he's selling in the pits say, "Will race for food." Him and Robbie Bobby are running a limited budget with a privateer team, but he is hungry for a win here.
Oh, here comes Cody Kopp for the lead. He's got him. Cody Kopp takes it away. Sorry about that, Kristen, but we have pass for the lead. We got to go for it here. Again, Scotty, we heard from Dalton earlier in the day saying, I think I've got something for these guys.
Yeah, and he does. So now he's got to try to attack the one. The one has been out front all day. He's had to pass people in this race. Here comes the 79. He has somebody to go after.
And we are inside of 2 minutes and 2 laps to go in this main event for our Parts Unlimited AFT Singles presented by Kicker. We're back here at Daytona. The action continues with our Parts Unlimited AFT Singles presented by Kicker. That stretch for Cody. Boy, that KTM hooks up so well and pulls away. Pair of KTMs out front, Yamaha and Honda chasing, and another Honda back in 5th.
There's Drain all by himself right there in the 3rd spot. Sat off 4th, low in that 5th position. After going wide, that's a good recovery for him.
Scotty already 15 laps in, so these guys have definitely ridden a lot of laps here in this main event.
And the track is finally taking rubber as well, which I don't think is slowing down the 1 in this class. It may slow down the 69 in the Super Twins.
1 minute and 2 laps to go here. That is all that's left in our season opener for the singles.
Cody just on a rail. He can see the back markers just ahead of him. They know they're coming. I'm sure the flagman's showing the blue flag. They pull up and get out of the way.
Huge lead now for Cody Kopp, over a minute, over a second and a half. And we are inside of 30 seconds and 2 to go.
There's the blue flag. The 87 gets out of the way. That is Landon Smith, and the 43 is right there.
He's going to have to go around one more time before he sees the white, or the 2 laps to go sign, I should say. Next time by, he'll get the 2 to go, as we're inside of 5 seconds.
Gautier trying to come through the lap traffic, but it looks like the 1 is long gone.
Clock's at zeros. He will get the 2 laps remaining this time by. 2 to go.
That's a good feeling. You know, when you have 2 laps and you don't feel anybody behind you, just stay on 2 wheels.
What a way to start the season for Cody Kopp.
And Rick Ware.
And Rick Ware, Parts Plus, this whole organization. Here he comes, white flag is out. 1 more lap around here in our Daytona short track.
What a ride.
The 2-time champ, Cody Kopp, on the Rick Ware Racing Parts Plus entry. Put this team together just 6 days ago. Here they are at the Royal Enfield Daytona short track, winning the Parts Unlimited AFT Singles main event, presented by Kicker. What a way to kick out their 2024 campaign.
Couldn't have asked for anything better. He got past, had to work his way back to the front, showed what he's got, showed why he's got the #1 plate. There's Smoking Joe Kopp, his dad.
Way to celebrate. And Rick Ware right there in the gray. And Scotty, let's take a look at the results.
Cody Kopp wins his 3rd consecutive Daytona flat track. Gautier, solid 2nd place. Trent Lowe, who started off the night rough, ends up with a 3rd. Chase Sadoff got together with Tom Drain on the final lap. Chase would go on to get 4th, and Tom Drain way back in 15th.
Kristen, you all ready to go? Go ahead and take it away.
We're ready to go. Cody Kopp, congratulations taking the season opener in the AFT singles class. Cody, considering all you've been through this offseason, is this win a little sweeter?
Yeah, man, I don't know where to start. Like, after winning back-to-back championships and your team going away, you wonder what else you could have done, you know? But we just kept our heads on straight the whole offseason, and man, we love this track. I love Daytona, and huge shout out to Rick Ware for coming on the program the last week, a little over a week ago, and we pulled it together and we got a win tonight. So shout out to Rick Ware Racing, Parts Plus, Latest Motors, Bob Lampier, KTM, everybody that backs me. Wally Brown built one heck of a KTM 450, arguably better than the factory bikes, I might say.
Congratulations, Cody, on this win, taking the season opener in the AFT singles class.
And that's a statement there if he thinks this bike is better than the factory bike he's been riding. Here's the pass on Dalton Gautier. This is the one that set up the win Look at that thing powered to the ground.
Yeah, the door barely opened, and the one shoved it right on through.
When he
A clean
needed the bite,
pass.
it was there, huh?
Yeah, he definitely got the traction.
Back to Kristen.
Dalton, I mentioned during that race, you're running a limited schedule this year. Your merch says we'll race for food. I think you're able to pick up the check tonight, but making these races count in the limited schedule you're running.
Hey, we're just having fun out here, baby. We don't got a lot of money. And yeah, ripped the start and made a quick pass for the lead at the beginning and put in some really good laps. And I knew I was pulling away, and then I knew Cody was going to be really tough in the long run, and he has a really good bike under him. And so do we, but yeah, I had a really fun night tonight, and I'm ready for tomorrow, and I want a little bit more redemption.
Well, Dalton didn't hang on to the lead, but this is how he took it earlier from Cody Kopp.
So the exact same move we just saw a second ago.
Yep.
You know, the one slips wide, the 79 got the traction on the bottom of the racetrack and had the line and took the spot away.
And as we mentioned, you and I didn't see it, but Tom Drain apparently went down on the last lap of that main event, Scotty.
Went down in turn 3 at the last lap.
Back to Kristen.
Ralph, I'm noticing the dirt still in Trent Lowe's helmet on the side here. On a night where you start on the ground and end up on the podium, what do nights like this do for your championship hopes?
Oh, I mean, it's definitely something to look forward to. I mean, if we can go down in a heat race, come from the back of and then get a podium in the main event, that's like all we can ask for. So it's definitely giving us a lot of hope for this season. I mean, I look for some better results for tomorrow and not be on the ground.
Congratulations, Trent, finishing the night 3rd overall, guys. What an exciting AFT singles race to kick off the season.
He battled all the way through adversity here today, finishes on the podium tonight. He gets to come back and do it again tomorrow.
Rode his wheels off in that heat race. From the back row, he was the first one to go up there and try that high line that I was talking about earlier today. If there's moisture up there, why not go up there and give it a shot?
We got more racing yet to go. One more main event. The Mission Super Twins coming up for their season opening main. Welcome back to Daytona. This week's Dunlop Rider Profile is on 2 riders. After 2 championships and 20 Super Twins victories, Briar Bauman made a big leap and changed teams. This left the door open for another of our young guns, Trevor Bruner.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different. I now have Kenny Coolbeth Jr. as my head mechanic. I was with Dave Zanotti for like 7 years, I think it was. And at the end of 2023, I just kind of got a little bit tired. I needed a change. It wasn't anything against Dave or, you know, his sidekick Michelle. It was just mentally I was kind of fried. So I was just ready for a change, and Rick was willing to support that, and his partner Robbie. And yeah, we got a hold of Kenny Coolbeth, and we also got a hold of Ricky Howerton. And a lot of people may or may not know that Ricky was extremely involved with Brian Smith and all of his success. And I was kind of going, shoot, I don't know where I stand. Where this year, we know where we left off in Springfield. I know how I feel during testing, and I feel like we're a touch better than we were at Springfield. So a lot more grounded feeling, feel like we have a good base. We know kind of what we have, where, you know, last year, years past, we didn't really know exactly where we stood. So knowing what we have and what it does and what the repercussions of each change is, it's a much more grounded feeling. I feel more home than I have before, so that's good.
With Briar's departure, left a hole and a ride open for just the right racer.
I've always had the vision of going up and racing in the Twins class, and I got the call from Dave Zanotti and Michelle DeSalvo, and Jerry Stinchfield was wanting to be a part of our deal as well, and you know, it seemed like a perfect opportunity with all the right people for me to step up and race with the big guys. It's basically a dream ride. I mean, it's Dave Zanotti, Michelle DeSalvo. I mean, it's just them and Kenny Tolbert. Those are the highest steps.
For our historians of the sport, that number plate looks all too familiar.
Will Davis was always one of my heroes. When I was little, I always liked to go on YouTube and just watch all the old flat track races, you know, the AMA Pro Days and the Mars Racing Series and all the old races and stuff, and you know, watching all the old heroes. And the Ricky Grands, the Scotty Parkers, the Will Davises, and I could always relate with Will a little more just because of the humble, down-to-earth demeanor. Plus, he's always out front all the time, and I really love the number 21. Just everything about it. I liked Will Davis. So yeah, that was always the guy I was rooting for. And I talked with Rhonda and Cole, and they gave me their blessing to run the Will Davis font on my number 21. So that really means a lot to me, and I can kind of do a little tribute to him this year.
Always good to be reminded of good old Wick and Will Davis. When we return, it's time for the Mission Super Twins stars to hit the track.
Well, welcome back to the Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track. As we get ready to go with our Mission Super Twins main event, let's go ahead and take a look, Scotty, at some of the highlights from our Mission Super Twins earlier today. Sammy Halbert on the XR 750 Harley taking the pole award for $500, and into the first heat we had a wreck right away.
Breyer just got in there a little bit too low, hit that bump and went down. He had to start the back of the pack.
Restarting the Harley, number 69 with Sammy Halbert on board, goes to the front and goes to the win to the joy of the crowd.
I just shut the brain off and do Sammy things, so yeah, Slammin' Sammy's here to play, and hopefully no slamming is necessary because I'd like to do it from the front. But yeah, just big shout out to all the Harley faithful for coming out and showing the support. We can really feel it out here in the Dodge Bros Racing, Castrol USA tent. It's it's really good. So we're gonna keep it rolling.
On to heat number 2, Brandon Robinson. Watch that 44 from the outside.
Good shot by the 21. A Bruner grabbing the whole shot. The 44 and the 32 would decide the win. They went back and forth a little bit.
Dallas Daniels on the inside on that 32, but Robinson strong on the outside. He's gonna take the win.
I was struggling earlier in practice and qualifying. Just couldn't get in a rhythm for some reason. And as soon as the lights come on here at Daytona, for some reason, I just kind of come alive. And I'm feeling really good right now. My team, my crew chief, Ben Evans, my suspension guy, Kate Colquitt, they made some really good changes for that heat race. Like I said, I was struggling earlier, and that was a lot of fun.
Mission Foods Too Fast Too Tasty Challenge. We go racing for $5,000. Keep an eye on that XR 750. Here they come. Checkered flag is waving, and the big check goes to the Harley once again. Sammy Halbert with it. And now we're battling for points, Scotty, in the beginning of the championship season. As we get ready to go to our main event, let's get a pre-race report, and let's go down to Kristen Beat.
What the two-time Super Twins champion Breyer Bauman and this Wickware Racing KTM team have done this off-season is no small feat. They rebuilt that KTM from the ground up. You'll notice the bike and the carbon have been completely reshaped. It fits Breyer better, and if it's giving you Brian Smith vibes, well, that's because the legendary Ricky Howerton was behind that build. He's also back on a non-linkage chassis and a cable throttle system. All little modifications pushing Breyer towards where he needs to be. And guys, we talked about this offseason. Breyer Bauman could very well play spoilers, that title card matchup between Dallas Daniels and Jared Mees. And even tonight, he could give Sammy Halbert a run for his money in this Super Twins final.
Let's go with our Mission starting lineup on the pole. The 69 Sammy Halbert, Graham Washington on the Harley-Davidson XR 750. Starting second, 44, Brandon Robertson, Oxford, Pennsylvania on the Indian. 92, Brandon Price, Whitehall, Maryland on the Yamaha. And the 32, Dallas Daniels, Mattoon, Illinois on the Estenson Yamaha. Row number 2, the two-time champ Breyer Bauman. 67, Davis Fisher. 20, Jared Vanderkoy, Edison, Ohio on the Indian. And starting last pick on row number 2, the 1, Jared Meese, Sebastian, Florida on an Indian.
10 minutes and 2 laps to go. The 10-second board is up, courtesy of our monster girl. She's going to pull it down and exit the racetrack, and we're going to go racing. The first points race of the 2024 Progressive American Flat Track Championship, ready to go for the Mission Super Twins. We're green and racing. The Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track. First to the corner, who's it gonna be? It's the Harley coming off of turn number 2. Here comes Sammy Halbert in the lead, headed to turn number 3 on the XR 750.
I like the 92 trying the highline right now because Sammy's on the bottom. Brandon Price looking for a way through. Robinson tucks in right there in third.
Go where the other guy isn't, and here comes Price now cutting down inside of Robinson, taking the line away. He's in second place. Robinson is in third, and then it's the Essence and Yamaha of Dallas Daniels all the way up to fourth with Briar Bauman on the Parts Plus KTM coming up in fifth.
Sammy's doing exactly what he needs to do. Oh, he made a bobble right there. I was going to say he's staying smooth.
But he's going to hang on to the lead. And where is Jared Mees? The 9-time champ is in ninth right now as we get this one underway.
Ooh, little bump right there. The 44 goes wide. Here comes the 32. Daniels up to the third spot.
Albert, nice clean line down into 1 and 2. Got to protect the bottom. Price is looking. Price on the 92 in the yellow and black leathers is all over Sammy Halbert right now.
92 having a great run so far in a brand new team. Just isn't quite quick enough, as quick as the 69 bike. Here he comes, though.
If there wasn't some 50-year-old motorcycle out there, he'd have a heck of a night going, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
Bowman with a big bobble right there. You saw Briar bobble. Dallas Daniels is starting to close in on Price. He's going to be looking to find a way to put that Essence and machine around him and up into second place.
As this track dries out, maybe that will be more beneficial to the other riders, but Sammy's still doing what he can to hang on to that top spot.
Don't forget Dallas Daniels in third right now in that 32. Going for second to the inside. He's got it here in the blue and white leathers. That rider swept the weekend here just a year ago, and he's battling for second with Price now.
And here comes the 3. While they're battling, that's letting the 3 and the 44 close the gap. So while that's also happening, the 69 starting to pull away.
Jared Mees has picked up 1 spot. He's now up to 8th. Jared Mees still looking to win his first Daytona short track. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants it to happen here tonight.
There goes the 32 around the outside of the 92. Can he hang on to
Dallas
that spot?
Daniels putting together a good ride, looking to get that rhythm going, cutting back to the inside, going into turn 1. Here comes Daniels. He's got second place, but he's got to hold that bottom line because Price bounces right back past it.
Wow. Great battle for second. It's allowing Sammy Halbert to pull away.
And Briar Bauman
battle.
comes up the inside and gets into Price and just shoves his way past it up into third. That is short track racing here at Daytona.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to contact him. It's just the way the track came together in the 2 different lines. But Price back on the inside takes third spot back away.
Davis Fisher on the 67 is up to 6th. He's going to be one of those riders all season long, Scotty, as Jared Mees climbs up to 7th now. That could really mess things up for some guys in this championship, and he could be a player for the title this year.
Well, think about it. You can't win the championship tonight, but you can spread the points out a little bit. With Mees way back in 7th, he'll have to play catch-up all season long. Mees just doesn't gel good with this
Davis Fisher trying to get inside of Robinson now. Watch this replay here. Watch Briar on the 3 coming after Price. He gets on the gas hard, and that bike just pushes out.
Well, and he might have hit a bump because it looked like the front end even lifted up, and it went right into the 92. It wasn't on purpose, but it was a
that's
racing
short track
deal.
racing for sure.
Exactly. But Price is back in front of the 3 right now as Dallas has put himself into second. Now Dallas needs to put his head down to track down that 69. The rubber's starting to go down on the track.
5 minutes and 2 laps to go. We're halfway through as the Dodge brothers watch their rider, Sammy Halbert, leading every lap so far here at the Royal Enfield Daytona short track. Back here in Daytona, Bike Week is underway, and so is the Mission Super Twins main event. Bauman looking inside on Price as they come sliding through the corner here.
Last time by 0.59 seconds between first and second. Dallas is on the move. I think the track is coming together for the 32. It may be going the wrong way for the 69.
Oh, one rider slowed at the top of the corner up there.
That's Logan McGrain. I think he just decided to park that thing because he can just get out of the way. In a safe spot.
Oh, boy, that's smoke. That's not dust. That was smoke. And who is that coming out of? Oh, the 166 Logan McGrain. No, it's our race leader. Oh, Sammy Halbert at the halfway point. No. The XR 750 is not going to make it to the finish. Sammy's looking down. He's still riding it hard. He tried to save laps early in the day, Scotty.
Correct.
And maybe this is what he was fearing.
Yeah, exactly. It is smoking a little bit. He'll go as long as he can. If the bike starts leaking too much oil, he will possibly get black flagged. The 32 is going to see what he can do. Maybe not follow directly behind that bike. It's oil in the rear tire
Yeah,
now.
that's why that thing is starting to slip and slide a little bit, you can see. And Dallas Daniels has wisely moved to the outside of him. You're going to want to be either outside or inside. Dallas getting around him now. Sammy having such a hard time hanging on.
That thing's about to blow up. He's just trying to hang on to it.
At some point, he's got to go, you know what, I'm not going to win it, and I'm not racing for points. There's the black flag. His night is over. Oh, what a shame.
And, you know, it's the right call, because if he's putting oil on the groove, it'll put somebody down.
Well, he can put himself down here,
Correct.
too. It's not safe for anybody at this point. Now he's got to safely get off the track.
And get out of the way, because here comes the 92 and the 3. There's the black
they're
flag.
continuing to black flag it at some point.
And now he
Sammy's
knows.
gonna have
He pointed at his chest right now. He wanted to make sure it was for him. He's trying to get out of the way safely, but he doesn't want to interrupt the race at the same time.
Yep. And Price is like, get out of the way. But I think Sammy is saying, you know what, the smoke is going away, so you know what, maybe I'm good to go racing.
Yeah, Price needs to get by him as soon as he can, otherwise the 32 is going to sneak away.
I think that's what Sammy is thinking, is that, hey, the problem has gone away, I can maybe win this thing.
So the 92 has gotten by Sammy Halbert. Here comes looks like Robinson trying to get up the inside of Breyer.
So Scotty, what's your call here? If the smoke has gone away, is he okay now? They pulled that black flag back.
He's already been black flagged. He's already been disqualified. I know it's a bummer deal. Now the black flag is back up. It was for safety earlier. It's still for safety, because that thing can hand grenade and put oil and parts on the racetrack. It's unfortunate for the 69, because now the smoke's gone. It's probably running almost out of oil or wherever it was coming from.
So now seizing is next.
Yeah, possibly, or going straight through the bottom of the cases, More lap traffic just end of the 32.
So at this point, with 2.5 minutes and 2 laps to go, maybe the smart thing is get that bike off the track, Sammy, get it fixed and come back tomorrow, maybe win tomorrow night.
If they can fix it. It depends on where it's leaking and what kind of damage is going on. There's the blue flag for the 13 of Mishler.
Meanwhile, Dallas Daniels is up 1.7 seconds on Brandon Price.
We have been told that Mishler's actually on a Yamaha. His Honda had issues, so he's on his backup motorcycle, so that was my fault earlier. Blue flag for the 107 of Wyatt Vaughn. That means hold your line. The faster bikes are coming through.
Robinson, Fisher, Breyer, Bauman, Jared Mees, all hoping to get around Sammy Halbert and move up a spot at least.
As quickly as they can.
And that's important for these riders in the points, because if you can move up another point for Jared, that would be huge.
Yep, 92 getting
Thinking about the season, that is.
A lot of traction for the 92 off of turn before as we look back to Robinson sitting back there at 30. He got
Here
by
comes
Sammy.
Fisher now trying to get around Sammy.
Fisher goes good here. He's kind of stuck in some traffic trying to get by slamming Sammy. Sammy doesn't want to give up. He's a racer. I get it. Of course. I get it.
And Jared Mees and Bauman now gets around. Breyer Bauman gets around Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy just put his hand up. He's finally given up. He's throwing in the towel.
He slipped back far enough now. He knows he can't win it.
Right.
And Jared Mees will now move up a spot as well. That'll put Jared up to 6th.
Dallas Daniels trying to go 3 in a row at the Daytona short track.
Less than a minute and 2 laps to go now for Dallas Daniels, and this is exactly how he was hoping to start his 2024 campaign.
Especially with Meese back in the 8th spot.
Well,
now.
he'll pick up 1 spot because Sammy will be out. That'll be 7.
That's true.
But still, that's not nearly as good as what he was hoping for. And Daniels is on cruise control.
Looks like something's kind of bouncing around at the back of his tail section. I believe that's just a little overflow filter, possibly. Hopefully, nothing serious.
What's really interesting in Dallas Daniels, I was talking to his team owner, Tim Estenson, earlier today, and he said, Dallas really does well on the racetracks where he can just finesse it, find his rhythm, and go. With a short track like this, that's not normally what you would find, Scotty, because you're so busy moving around the motorcycle, it's all herky-jerky. But here he is about to win 3 in a row on this racetrack. And we are coming up on 2 laps to go because we are at 0.
Yeah, he just has this place figured out. He's just dialed in. He feels like he's right at home on that 32 bike. Tough break for Sammy. I don't know if Dallas could have caught him or not, but that's racing. That's racing.
2 to go here.
Looking for 3 in a row at this track.
Boy, that puts him up into some rare air pretty fast. You start getting up with some riders who've had great success here at Daytona, whether it was here or out at Memorial Stadium. Riders like Sammy Halbert, who's won 4 times here.
Chris Carr's won 3
He can match
here.
that tomorrow.
Exactly.
Coming to the checkered flag. The Royal Enfield Daytona short track goes to Dallas Daniels and the Essence and Racing Yamaha as they win the Mission Super Twins season opener for 2024 at Bike Week. And the celebration is on.
He's got all the way up to 5th at the end.
That's fantastic for Jared Mees and his championship chase as the fireworks go off in celebration here at Daytona. The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by Cat Rental Store, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and by Royal Enfield, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track. Kristen, here comes your first winner of 2024 in the Mission Super Twins.
Dallas Daniels. He finished second in the season standings last year after kicking off a doubleheader sweep here at the Daytona short track, returning to his winning ways, winning the season opener here tonight. Dallas, they talk about how physically challenging this track is. In what ways did this track challenge you, and how do you build off this win as we approach tomorrow night's race?
Yeah, this track was so technical. Nothing like last year. Last year you could kind of just go in, get it on, but it's like, you know, what a ride for us. What a ride for the team. We kind of struggled all day, and then I was just chipping away. It started catching up to Sammy, and he started to blow up, and cooling was getting in my face, so I backed off. And, you know, I want to apologize to the team because I started looking back a lot, and I just, for some reason, I got nervous. In them last 5 laps, I buckled down and started really trying, and those were my fastest laps. And, you know, I can't be wearing this special of a helmet and be looking back like that. Nicky, he's definitely probably pumped on the win, but he's not happy about that, neither is Earl. So we're going to work on that. And, but, man, I just can't give it up to the whole Essence and Monster Energy Yamaha team enough. We're ready for tomorrow. Woohoo!
A happy Dallas Daniels, as he should be, taking the win in the season opener here in the Super Twins class, guys.
All right, and here's how he got around Sammy. On the inside here, Sammy was having issues, got all the way to the wall, started smoking pretty bad. Dallas passed him on the inside and checked out from there.
Yeah, what a ride by the 32.
Back to Kristen.
Brandon Price's best finish in 2023 was 11th. How does it feel to return to the podium in the Super Twins class here in 2024?
You know, it feels pretty good. I've been down in the dumps for the last couple of years, and new team, new bike, and first time I was on it was yesterday, and only one session. I had to be on the backup bike all day, so it's pretty awesome to get out here. Be honest, I was happy with the top 5. I did not think I'd make on the podium here. I struggle at this track, so new team, and we're just going out there trying to kick some ass.
Congratulations, Brandon, you did that.
Scotty, here's a look at the results, and there was a bit of controversy at the end of the race.
Dallas Daniels taking the win. Price was second. Robinson was third. The controversy was with the black flag in the 69. The rule book states that when they show the black flag, they also have to show the rider number on a board. So they did not do that during the race. That means Sammy Halbert will retain 5th place. Jared Meese back there in 6th, and Briar Bauman way back there in 8th.
Al Lamb wanted a top 10 with the Honda in its debut, and he got one. We go back to Kristen.
Brandon Robinson's crew chief told me yesterday, here at the Daytona short track, it's not the bike, it's the rider. Things started clicking when the lights came on. You said it yourself, Brandon. How were you able to find the podium here tonight?
I just enjoyed Daytona. Got my first win here. A lot of my firsts have happened here, and I just come in here kind of confident. I love this short track in particular, and man, it's just sweet being 20 minutes from home, having a lot of family and friends here supporting me, and just starting off the season with a bang, kind of. You know, obviously I wanted to be a little closer to Dallas for the win, but man, he was on fire. Brandon rode great, and I just had a bad kind of first couple laps. A lot shuffled. It took me a few laps to kind of get in rhythm, and once I did, we started clicking off, kind of making some moves, but a little too late at that point. But huge shout out to the Mission Foods Roof System, Hudson Roofing Team, my crew chief, Ben Evans, my suspension guy, Cal Kalkman, Slow, Jerry, everyone in the crew. Man, it's just been a it's been a blessing to be a part of this team for the last 4.5, 5 years, and looking forward to coming back tomorrow and trying to do better.
And guys, we cannot forget, we will be able to watch the racing again tomorrow, as this is a doubleheader, and all these guys will go head to head to see who can do it again tomorrow night.
Can't wait to do it again tomorrow, Kristen. Well, the first round is in the book, Scotty. Cody Kopp, reigning champ of the singles, takes the win there.
He had to earn that one. 79 gave him a good run for it.
And then in the Mission Super Twins, we thought the Harley was going to have a chance, but it's the young gun, the 32 Dallas Daniels, back at it. For Kristen Beat and Scotty Dubler, I'm Ralph Sheheen. So long from Daytona. Congratulations to our winners, Cody and Dallas.